Va.
All right.
No,
Ajá.
no, que si nos ibas a mandar el video.
Ah, si quieren,
Va, porque pues lo tenemos que subir, ¿no?
sí, les paso el link cuando lo suba.
Va, excelente servicio.
All
Que
right.
ya, English.
Yeah, English mode. So we're gonna start our 3D design for dummies course in Onshape, this platform that I told you about the last time we met. So for at this moment, you should have right now an account, right? And you should be in this page. Well, you won't have files or documents, but you are in this page, right?
Yes.
And you are there.
Yeah, I'm also interested in it.
All right. So the first thing we're gonna do this day is make a 3D model. We're gonna start with a 2D drawing, and we're gonna have a 3D model of it. So we are gonna create our first document. To do that, we need to go to this button that it says create. And when we click on it, it says document and folder, where we're gonna create only a document. We don't need right now a folder. Maybe we are gonna see that later in another class, but right now a document, all right? So I'm gonna write the title like, I don't know, English class 1. And I'm gonna create it. So it's gonna appear a document in white like this. Let me know when you're right now with me.
I'm there. Like
All right.
I'm in that part.
So right now what we are seeing is it's a 3D view of our object, an object that right now don't have anything, but it's an object. All right. So how we could see this object in different angles on different views. I mean, to do this, for example, to start moving our object, it's with the right click. We need to press the right click and move our mouse.
Okay.
All right. So we can start to move the view of our object. And to, well, don't worry if you get lost with the orientation. You can take a click here in this cube, and it's gonna reorientate our object, right? So, oh well, also with the scroll of the mouse, you can make zoom minus or more. And if you press the scroll of the mouse and move the mouse, you could move the object, not the view, the object. All right.
Yep.
All right.
So, well, I mean, this is the basics of how to move objects in Onshape. So right now we are appreciating that we have 3 kind of paper sheets. One says right, another says front, and the other one says top. These are called planes or views, all right? So for example, we have a front plane, a right plane, a top plane, okay? And this is because Onshape works with paper sheets, okay? For example, I have here a paper. And what we are trying to do in Onshape is to draw something here and then extrude that drawing, all right? So we have a paper like this in Onshape, a paper like this in Onshape, and a paper like this in Onshape. So we need to decide in what view, plane, or paper, wherever you want to name it, we need to work or we want to work. For this occasion, we are gonna work in the plane you like. For example, I'll always take the top plane because top rules. So what I'm going to do is take a click in the top plane, all right? It's gonna appear in orange. And here we have a button that says sketch, right? So in this way, we're indicating to the Onshape software that we're gonna draw in the top plane, all right?
Okay.
So right now, when you make a click there, this kind of window, mini window, gonna appears. Do not take any click in the green button or the red button, okay? Because whenever this window is appearing, we could draw in the paper in the top plane. But if we make a click here, for example, we are not longer able to draw. All right. So do not delete this window. So right now, what I want to do is, let me see if this works. Is to orientate my plane in a way that we are seeing it right from the up view, or how to explain it, and that we can make it with taking a click here in top view. All right. So now we have our paper not in an angle view like this. And right now we're gonna try to do, I don't know, a table.
Now we kind of have like our paper spread out, right?
Yeah, exactly. And what we are going to try to do right now is to make a table, like the one you are taking this course right now.
Okay.
So a table have different shapes. The first one and the most important is a square or a rectangle, right? So right here in the toolbox, we have different things that we have shapes. We have kind of hacks or advantage we could take from other things. We have reference tools, but that's gonna be for another class. Today we are only focused on the shapes. All right. So I'm gonna take my rectangle shape. I can do two types of rectangles. If I make a click here in the arrow, I could see we can do a rectangle from corner or from center, right? So for example, the corner rectangle works like this. I take one corner here and the other corner is like here. And the center, it's like, here is my center and my rectangle is gonna expand. All right, there are two types. And to erase a rectangle, we could do Control plus Zeta, and it's gonna disappear, right? Like a Word document. So right now I'm gonna use a center rectangle, just right in the plane, in the middle of the plane. All right, and I'm gonna try to expand it a little bit. It doesn't matter right now the measures. We have a tool that we are gonna see later to assign specific measures, right? So right now I'm just gonna try to make a rectangle like this, and now I'm gonna try to seek specific measures with this tool that it's dimension. All right, you can select it from the toolbox, or you can press the KD, yeah, the letter D, and gonna start it. All right.
Okay.
So with this tool, we need to select the lines that we want to have a specific measure. For example, if I want this line to be of, I don't know, 1 meter, I'm gonna select this line, and then these kind of arrows with limitations gonna appear, and then I need to do another click, and it will let me change the dimensions. Right now it's from 101 millimeters, right? So for example, if I want a table from 1 meter, I could put 1 m from meter, and Onshape gonna understand that and gonna make the conversion to millimeters. All right, so I'm gonna make enter. And right now, I have a table that is 1000 millimeters or a meter long. All right.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do this with the other line, but with a half of a meter. I also could put operations here. For example, 1/2 of a meter. an unshape one will make the operation. All right. So right now I have my table from a 2D view of the upper. If we see in the table from the up, this will look like a table. Yeah. So what I'm going to do right now is to make this table have dimension or 3D size. And we can do that with this button up here that it says extrude, all right? This tool is to make volume, and there's another tool to make holes on the volume. But right now we are gonna use only this one. So we are gonna try to extrude this. I'm gonna make a click there, and a new window is gonna appear that says extrude one, all right?
Yes.
And right now, well, I'm gonna move this a little bit. We are having a model of how the table looks like or how it should look like. And here the software let me specify how much of volume I want. For example, it says from suggest 25 millimeters. I can put, I don't know, 5 centimeters, right? And well, here it's saying that we are sketching the rectangle we already did. And yeah, I think that's it for this part. So I'm gonna do a click here in this green button, and right now I have my first 3D model. All right.
Woo.
And so this is not the table. This is more like a blank because we need the 4 little squares from the corners to make a table. So we are gonna try to do that. So right now, if we try to make another draw from here, well, from this plane, it's gonna be weird because we are not working right now there. We are trying to make a new solid from this surface. I don't know if you understand that.
Yes.
So for example,
I think I understand.
All right. So what I'm going to do right now is to let my software know that I'm going to use this surface as a sketch plane. All right. So how I do that, I just click in the surface and I again do click in sketch, right? So now I have another plane that it says sketch 3, and it's used in the face I select. So in this face, well, I'm gonna try to again correct my view. That's it. I'm gonna make 4 corner rectangles in the corners, obviously, right, like this, trying to fit the corner of the table with the corner of these legs for the table. All right, and now I'm gonna assign, I don't know, a measure of 19 millimeters. I'm gonna be approximate 9 centimeters. All right, 19 millimeters from up, 19 millimeters from long. All right.
Okay.
So it's gonna take so long if we try to assign dimensions for every line, right? And we already know that this leg gonna be the same size as this leg.
Mhm.
So what we're going to try to do is to make something that it's called reference. We're gonna use this tool that is this one that says equal. So what this tool do is to assign an already assigned dimension to another thing. So I'm gonna do click here. I'm gonna select the line I already assigned a dimension, and then the line I don't have a dimension, in order to say that this line should be exactly as this one, right? I'm gonna do that with this one also. And right now I have to two rectangles that have the same size, all right?
Okay.
As you notice, there are blue lines and black lines. The black ones says that they have already a dimension, and the blue ones, it says that it doesn't have a dimension, right? So I'm gonna try to erase or turn all the blue lines into black ones with this tool of equal, right?
Okay.
This one with this one, and this one with this one. So right now I have 4 corner squares in the corner of the table, right?
Yes.
So now I need to extrude these drawings in order to make legs. So I'm gonna click here and extrude again, all right? And as you can see, now we have 4 different volumes or shapes. And I'm gonna say it's gonna be of, I don't know, 75 centimeters. So I'm gonna put cm in order to detect centimeters. All right. Well, right now I don't have the solid. I only have the draft of how it looks, and I guess it's kind of long, this table. So I'm gonna say that 75 centimeters minus, I don't know, 25 centimeters. So now we have 50 centimeters. Yeah,
Wait,
it is that.
how did I made it like 3D? I forgot. Like
How
how
do
do I?
you,
Yeah, what was the button?
oh yeah, it's here in extrude.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Woo.
For example, in this case, the software didn't recognize what to make 3D model. So I only need to click here in the blue area and select my sketches,
Okay, okay.
right? So don't worry if that happens. You only need to specify what you want to extrude. And
Okay.
here I said before that I'm gonna put 50 centimeters. Yep. And I'm gonna click in done. All right, so now we have a table. Any questions?
Woo. Not me.
I don't
I don't
know
know.
if Adair have questions. All right, I guess now.
He's dead.
Okay, so only for this last part, let's suppose that this table gonna have crystal inside, like a decoration part. So
Okay.
what I want to do then is to make a hole in order to put that crystal. All right.
Yep.
So I'm gonna make a hole, and I'm gonna work again in this surface. I'm gonna click in sketch. I'm gonna try to clear this view right like this. And I'm gonna have kind of circular holes. So I'm gonna take the circle of center point circle. It works like the center point rectangle. And I'm gonna make a hole right here. Kind of big, like that. And I'm gonna say this hole have a diameter of 350 millimeters.
Okay.
All right. So just because it's boring, a table that only have a only circle hole, I'm gonna try to do a hole with this shape.
Okay.
So how can I do that? I could draw a circle here that I already have, and a circle here, another circle here, and then lines. All right.
Okay.
And then just like in real life drawing, we could erase this part that is not necessary.
Okay.
Right? So I'm gonna try to do that. First of all, well, I need to know that this circle should have the center at the same dimension that the other circle, in order to don't look weird like this. All right.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do that with a line. So I'm gonna select the tool called line. I wanna make a line from the center to one of the sides. You're gonna see that it appears like a white square that have a line in a horizontal way. That's a reference, and we should keep that. For example, if right now in my screen I don't have that, and right now I have it. Okay.
Okay.
It's like a way that software says, hey, you are trying to have a line with horizontal parameter. So I want to make one there and another one to the other side. And I'm going to say that the line you're going to have a distance from the center of, I don't know, 300 millimeters. And I'm going to try to assign this size to the other line with the equal measure tool.
Okay.
So I'm going to make click here, another one here. And now we have two lines at the same size. And at the end of this line, in the final dot, I could draw a circle there, a center circle. All right.
Yep.
And I'm going to try to put the end of this circle with this other circle. You see that right now I have a circle that it's on orange and another white box that have a tangent reference.
Yes.
That's called tangent reference. So I'm gonna make click here, and I'm gonna repeat this with the other side, like this. So just because now this circle knows that need to fit with the diameter of the other circle, we don't need to put any measure.
Okay.
And right now we only need to put the lines that are gonna unify the circle with this one. So what I'm going to do right now is to put lines like this. I'm not touching any of the circles. I'm just trying to surround them.
Okay.
Right. So right now I have two lines here. And from the bottom, I'm gonna draw another two lines. Like this. And now I'm gonna use a reference tool that it's called tangent. We already see it in the circles, but also we have it here in the toolbox. So I'm gonna click here, and I'm gonna select one line and one circle. All right.
Okay.
So this is gonna make that the line gonna fit one time with the circle, right? So I'm gonna click in one line and in one circle, and now it's tangent. And I'm gonna repeat this operation with the other ones. All right, and now that I have tangent with the external circles, I'm gonna make a tangent with the internal circle.
Okay.
Right. So this one with the center circle, like that. So let me know when you are in this part.
Yep. I'm almost there.
So now I need to cut this part that it's not included in the drawing I want. So I'm gonna use the trim tool that it's a scissors. I'm just gonna click in this part.
Okay.
Also, you could use it like a pen. So you press click and you just move. Oh, it appears that it doesn't work like that. Well, in SolidWorks do, But right now you only need to do a click. And I'm also gonna erase these inside circles because I don't want it in my final cut, right? The only shape I want is the outside shape. So I can erase this and this and this and this and this. All right. I think I also, oh no, these lines don't try to erase it.
Okay.
All right. So now I have this shape, and what I want to do with this shape is to make a cut, a hole. And a hole is an inverse extrusion. You remember when we start to extrude these parts, we're creating a volume. Now we need to make a hole in the volume. So we are gonna use an inverse extrude that is also in this button. Okay, we are gonna click on this extrude button. And what we are gonna do right now is to change some settings, right? We are gonna click here in where it says remove in order to specify we want a hole. And for the measure of the hole, we could select this let me remember what is. Oh yeah, it's this one. It says up to next or up to face. In order to specify that we need to cut only in this face, in this surface, the hole. All right.
Yes.
And I'm gonna play done. So right now we have a table that have a hole in order to fit there a crystal or something for decoration. You can also have a hole that it's not through all the volume. So I'm gonna make an example. If you don't want, you won't do this with me. But when you select here blind and you specify, I don't know, only 10 millimeters, I want to have a hole that it's not passing through all the surface, right?
Wow.
So I don't know if you have questions so long.
Not for now. I think.
Okay. So I think we are done. This is a lot for the first class. I wasn't expecting to make a whole table with a hole and that. But
Table with a hole.
Yeah, table with a hole. But I think we are done.
Okay.
All right. So if there's any question, I guess we're done. So thank you.
Woo! Thank you.